Welcome to Time to Buy or Sell by Weichert Realtors Sierra Pacific Group. Today we will be discussing the housing market in Granite Bay.
Great to be here. Yeah, we're diving into a market that looks very different than it did even just a couple of years ago.
It really does.
Yeah.
So our goal today is to just cut through all the noise, and figure out what is actually happening for anyone out there thinking about making a move right now.
And by right now, we're talking January 2026.
Exactly. So I was looking at the data, and the word that keeps coming to my mind is stabilizing. It's not crazy, but it's not cheap either.
No, not at all.
The median closed price is sitting right around $1.335 million.
And that's a heavy number. But you have to remember, this is a premium area. The context is everything here. We're not in that, that frenzy from before.
Boom, where people were just throwing money at houses, sight unseen.
Exactly. We've sort of found a new balance. Prices have cooled off maybe 8% from the absolute peak in late 2024, but they are not crashing.
Well, yeah, and when I look at the inventory numbers, I can see why. This number actually shocked me. There are only about 40 active listings in all of Granite Bay.
That's it. It feels incredibly tight, doesn't it?
It really does. I feel like I see more signs than that just driving around.
And that scarcity, that's what's putting a floor under these prices. It brings us to the biggest dynamic we're seeing in 2026. It's the lock-in effect.
Right, the golden handcuffs.
Mm-hmm.
So many people are sitting on those amazing 3% mortgages.
Mm-hmm.
And now rates have stabilized, in the mid-sixes?
That's right. And so you ask yourself, do I love that new kitchen enough to double my interest rate? For most people, the answer is no.
So they just stay put.
Yeah.
Which keeps supply super low.
Rock bottom. They're not moving unless they absolutely have to.
Okay, but here's the part that feels a little weird to me. Low supply should mean it's a hot seller's market, but homes are taking about 60 days to sell.
2 months, yeah.
That feels like forever compared to these sold in a weekend days we just had.
It does, and that's the real opportunity for buyers right now. The days of the crazy bidding wars are, for the most part, gone. Homes are closing at roughly 98 to 99% of list price.
Wait, 99%? That sounds like there's basically no room to negotiate on price.
Well, the negotiation has shifted. It's less about the sticker price and more about the terms.
Meaning what?
Meaning buyers are actually inspecting homes again. They're negotiating for repairs.
And they're keeping their contingencies.
Exactly.
So you could actually walk away if the inspection finds a major issue. You get your deposit back.
Which is how it's supposed to work. It's just a much healthier, saner way to buy a home.
But that's the reality check for sellers then.
Oh, completely. Overpricing your home right now is fatal. If you price it right, you'll sell in about 53 days. If you get greedy, you're just going to sit there.
So speaking of finding a home, if there are only 40 listings, where are people actually moving to? Is there anything new being built?
New construction is pretty rare in Granite Bay. It's mostly built out. But there are a few key pockets. You've got White Hawk over on the south side of Douglas.
Those are the single-story homes, right? Gated?
Yep. Starting in the mid-1 millions. Perfect for that move-up buyer who wants something modern.
Okay, and then you have the total opposite end of the spectrum with something like Magnolia.
Right. That's pure luxury. Big 1-acre lots starting around $2 million. That's for someone who wants the full Granite Bay estate lifestyle near the best schools.
And Granite Bay High is always a huge driver. But what about, say, downsizers? People who want to stay in the area but don't want to maintain an acre of land.
For them, the Glen is perfect. It's built for right-sizers, lower maintenance, priced in the high 7s, maybe 800s.
So there are options, you just have to know where to look.
You do.
Okay, so let's wrap this up. We have a market that's found its balance. Prices are firm because of scarcity, but the pace lets buyers actually breathe and do their homework.
That's a perfect summary. It's a market of moderation. Slightly favors sellers because inventory is so low, but it's really friendly to buyers who are patient and value conscious.
And here's a thought I want to leave you with. We're calling this a new balance, but with inventory this tight. What happens if interest rates drop just a little bit more? Is this stability a permanent plateau, or is it just the calm before the next storm?
That is the big question, isn't it?
Thanks for listening to Time to Buy or Sell. If you have questions about real estate in Granite Bay, we're here to help. Reach out to us at Weichert Realtors Sierra Pacific Group. That's Weichert Realtors online at wrspg.com or call 916-619-1971.